Hello, it's Annie Oakley back with you. I am in the beautiful small city of Hays, Kansas at Showcase Diamond Jewelers. I'm here to chat with the owner, Eric Wagner. So we're going to go on in. Take a little look around. Got some beautiful things in here. Let's go see if we can find somebody to visit with a little bit. Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You got anything for me today, Michael?
Well, we have some 90% silver, some bullion.
Right on.
Well, hey, Annie Oakley.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
This is Eric Wagner, the owner of Showcase Diamond Jewelers. I'm doing great. How
Good.
are you?
Good. Looks like you must be working on your new video project.
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
Looks like you got some cool stuff sitting around.
There's lots of cool stuff, probably some new stuff too since you've been in.
All right. So, hey.
Yeah, so we'll kind of talk a little bit and then maybe you can show you some other cool stuff. I know you like just interesting cool stuff too, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Eric, what got you into the silver and gold business?
So when I was 9, my adopted grandfather gave me a $2.50 gold piece to remember him by.
Wow.
And I think that kind of just started the problem, the addictive problem.
Yeah.
And then, so ever since then, and then I had, at age 21, I guess I started the jewelry store / now coin shop.
Right.
And so I had probably grown my coin collection minus his $2.50 gold piece to probably 3,800. So I sold my whole coin collection except that $2.50 gold piece, which I still have, and started the jewelry store with some of that money as my down payment towards an SBA loan.
Wow.
So since then, I've been buying and selling and growing again. So I don't know what I would have now, but I'm
Right.
a collector of obviously nothing in particular, just the random, unique things.
So you're also a stacker too.
I'd be a stacker. Yeah, I
Right.
like 10-ounce bars. Kind of are my If I buy a 10-ounce bar off the street and I don't have that 10-ounce bar, I probably keep it and add it to my stack.
Right. That sounds like a great idea. Hey, how's your buying and selling ratio? Do you have a lot of people coming in selling?
So, we're kind of small town, but I would say up until 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, we probably almost fed our own market. So almost as much as what we were buying from local people, we were also selling to local people. But in the last 10 days, that's changed quite a bit. We're buying way more than we're selling. And I think some of that has to do with silver going over 50, gold over 4,000.
Right.
Because some of these people bought this stuff 10, 20 years ago. They're not getting greedy, they're locking a profit.
Right.
But other people still have their trepidations about world order and world peace, I guess, and value of the dollar, etc. And, people a year ago that were saying, oh, I would never buy gold, it's way too high, are obviously today wishing they would have. So
Right.
it's, to me, sometimes it's like a stock in the stock market. You bought Apple at 80, maybe you get out at 400, or maybe you get in at 400 because you think they'll have the next new product. But it's probably very similar thought process for lots of people.
So are you still moving your 90%, your 40%? What's the story with that?
40%'s always been a little harder to move. There's
Right.
basically only one coin, the $50. And so that's a lot harder to move, but we still sell. Almost everything we get 90%, we sell locally. There's really not much that we don't get. And I suppose last week I suppose we bought at least $1,000 worth face,
Right.
you know. So 1,000 times 28 or 29 or 30, whatever it would have
Right.
been at the time. So it was 30,000 we bought and 30,000 we sold locally. So
Nice.
I mean, that ratio for us is 1-to-1 almost.
That's
But,
awesome. So
yeah.
you're not having any trouble moving your 90%. You're just people
No,
buying,
we don't.
selling.
You know, it's kind of one of those things. It's a bit historic too. So I think some places say, "Oh, we're going to melt it." You know, I don't know as though any of it. Maybe the really slick stuff gets melted. My guess is like the normal, nice-looking stuff never gets melted. A, because of its age and beauty, but B, just because it's made by the U.S. government. It's spendable. I think that's what's attractive to
Right.
people about it. So I think lots of times say we would have to send some to a smelter just to keep a cash flow going. My guess is they make $1,000 bags or $500 bags back up of pre-64 quarters and
Right.
sell them as bags again. They're not truly probably melting them, but
Right.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So what do you think about what's going on over there in London?
well, I mean, as far as I'm out here in Western Kansas, so obviously it's just from research that I do to try to stay on top of things. I would say currently there's a short squeeze on silver. So people obviously shorted silver thinking it would drop. And I would say that they got short squeezed. So the silver price didn't drop. So they're having to buy that silver back to cover their shorts, which then pushes the price of silver up. So the U.S. market, I think all refiners in the U.S., not all, but a lot have quit buying 90% and sterling because there's a 90-day refining backlog. So basically what that means is they have enough silver that they could refine their normal operating hours for 3 months and never run out of stuff to refine.
Wow.
So there's holding costs to holding that stuff for those months. So obviously if they would go out to holding 4 months, the holding costs increase by another month worth of interest.
Yeah.
So it's there's lots of things probably affecting the market at the moment, but it all usually works out.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you think silver is going to, after this shakeout happens the next week or two, do you think silver's going to stay at 50? Do you think it's going to go up? The dollar's devaluing pretty significantly, and to me, it seems like that's what our administration wants, you know?
Well, I suppose the first part of your question is the $1 million question. If I knew that, I'd be rich
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be here selling you coins.
Right.
But I try to compare things just to the history and what we see. So if they drop interest rates, that creates inflation, which tends to drive gold and silver higher. If the value of the dollar decreases, that typically drives hard assets higher, like oil, gold, silver, all the hard assets. It's had a good hard run. I would say everybody should own some as part of a well-diversified portfolio.
Right.
Gold and silver, stock market, bonds, treasuries, real estate.
25, 25, 25.
Yeah, sure.
20. Yep.
And so then, as long as you're well diversified, if we would have a correction in either market, I mean, if you think about the stock market, every once in a while, somebody gets to say, a 10 or 15% correction would be healthy.
Right.
Well, we've came along. I think silver might be up 69% this year.
It is.
Okay. Well, are we due for a little bit of correction? I have no idea.
With the inflation and the
Yeah.
stagflation.
Maybe we won't have one because maybe it's finally getting the respect it deserves.
I think so. Do you think they are going to revalue gold?
Like as far as
Well, what I mean is, I think that gold's going to go significantly higher. So, let's say a year from now, gold is just at $6,000. Do you think Trump is going to come along because he's been talking about the golden age? Do you think Trump's going to come along and say, let's revalue this?
Well, I think back in the day, probably the 30s, when we were able to value it, like give it a value, let's say, it wasn't a worldwide conglomeration of countries and worlds where everything literally is within 24 hours can be somewhere else in the world. So I don't believe there's enough gold that would be possible to do, and B, I guess the short answer would be no. I don't think that there's enough gold in the world to do that, and nor do I think that one country would have the ability to force that upon others.
True, that's true.
Yes.
So, okay, do you have any extra cool stuff to show me today before I hit the road and head home?
Oh yeah, let me go grab a couple things.
All right, I'm just going to look around
look a
here.
little bit. We were a little picked over from some stuff today, but I got some new cool stuff today.
All righty.
I'll be right back.
All right. So, Michael, have you seen business pick up in the last 2 weeks?
I would say definitely. Even if, like Eric was saying, how it's kind of like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Right.
Like that buying and selling, that's definitely up, both of them.
Right.
So I feel like even if, it's not 2-to-1 or 2-to-0 or whatever, even though it's still 1-to-1, I think business is still up. There's more people coming in and out, buying and selling equally.
That's good.
You grabbing one of those, Michael?
Yeah.
All right, so the coolest part about this place is we get to see new cool stuff every day. So we got these new, and I'm not even sure these people, I haven't had a chance to look see if Bison Bullion is it South Dakota or Nebraska? I'm not even sure they're still in business, but we bought like this cool arrowhead today that's from them, like 10 ounces. This revolver's like 7. We bought some 10th ounce gold eagles today, which are harder to find.
Yes, they are. Do you mind if I touch
go
things?
ahead.
Okay. All right. So what is this?
So this is, I think they might call them their cow patties, but this is a 10 ounce cow patty.
A 10 ounce cow patty.
So it's got a cool thing that says in the Fed.
Yeah.
So there's
darn right. That's very cool
on there.
All right.
So this is a 35 ounce bar from them, which you don't see very often.
No. And the company's called
Bison Bullion, and I think they're South Dakota, but I haven't looked today to see if they're even in still business. They might be Nebraska.
This is pretty lovely.
Yeah. So then today randomly I got back from PCGS. We got back this 1891 Carson City that's an MS61.
Wow, that is beautiful.
And then an 030 Morgan, which we're very disappointed in because it came back scratch detail, so it has a scratch. It's a bummer because it's a gorgeous toning.
It is.
And then I've done this a long time, and I bought, go back and grab the other tube off my desk. There's one of these that's open. But I bought 3 tubes of, I've never had full tubes of Ike dollars, 40% silver.
Right.
So randomly,
I got to pick these.
Michael, they're down there.
That is
Over here.
10th ounce gold.
Michael,
I've heard this stuff's going like hotcakes.
Right on the floor, right there. There's tubes. See them? I have one of those open. There you go.
This stuff is beautiful.
But I've never had full tubes of 40% Ike dollars.
Oh my goodness, man!
I don't know random as to why.
Oh,
but here
that looks brand spanking new, doesn't it?
Well, they have to all be out of the bicentennial sets.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that is lovely.
Yeah. So I mean, something cool today that I've never had before, and I've never had the revolvers before. Those are cool.
Right.
I don't know.
I like these.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to shut my video down.
Okay.
I thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
For taking the time today to hang out with me for a bit.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Michael.
No problem.
And let's get to shopping. Bye-bye.